If you spot a large, semi-aquatic rodent and it's got some sleek curves, a powerful rear end, and some humongous buck teeth, well, that's not a semi-aquatic rodent, it is the new BMW i4. Hello, welcome to Ready Steady Charge. My name is John. Welcome to the first look of the BMW i4 and also the BMW iX. I'm here at the BMW Gallery in Calgary, and thank you to BMW Gallery for inviting me to this event. So let's first take a look at the outside exterior of the BMW i4. What you can see here is a double kidney grille, similar to that of the i3. And I'm going to be comparing this vehicle and also the iX to the i3 a ton today in my first look because I am a longtime i3 owner. And this is the next iteration of what BMW envisions in their electrification process. So the double kidney grille, just like the i3, is fully enclosed. However, unlike the i3, this is what they call their intelligence panel, which they have integrated multiple sensors such as the radar and the ultrasonic sensors. And as we look down here, what you can see is a fully enclosed grille right now, or the fully enclosed air intake. However, this has adaptive grille shutters or air intake shutters that will open up depending on the thermal management system of the vehicle. So if the vehicle's thermal management system decides it needs more cooling or more airflow, it can open up those shutters and allow for more circulation of air. And over here we have some very aggressive lines near the side air intake, side air tunnel, again with a very nice looking contrasting two-tone color contrast. As we see here, we can see on this particular model, the 40i, the i4, I guess the base trim with the rear wheel drive version, it already has laser headlights, which you can tell by the blue accentuations on the bottom of the headlight. And over here, I believe that is a fog light, just right here. So overall, very sharp lines, very nice touch. As we look over here, I believe this is the 19-inch wheels with a very nice two-tone color scheme alloy wheels. I don't believe these are the aero wheels that are designed to help efficiency, but more designed for that aggressive performance look. And we also know that this particular model has adaptive air suspension, and that is an option you can get in all of the BMW i4s. Something else I want to note is the door handles here. So these are the integrated door handles that are seamlessly integrated with the vehicle. So they open up like that, which is a very nice touch in comparison to what the i3 has. The i3 has the traditional door handles, which are not the best for aerodynamic efficiency. And as we look at the side more of this vehicle, we can see it's got a very nice sloping roofline, which allow us to have this liftback design. So although both the BMW i3 and the i4 are considered hatchbacks, this one is more of a fastback or a liftback because of the sloping roofline. However, the cargo space is still quite nice. I believe it has around 425 liters of cargo space. So this vehicle does have substantially more cargo space than the BMW i3, so that's wonderful to see. And because it doesn't have a frunk, we are seeing a bit of additional space right underneath the cargo floor. So the i3's under trunk storage is limited by the motor and the range extender hidden in there. However, here we see some space where you can put some emergency kits and also your EVSE, your electric vehicle charging cable, into this space right here. So we can see on the left-hand side here, it's occupied by a Harman Kardon speaker setup. So I guess in the, I would presume that in the non-upgraded audio setup of this vehicle, this whole space will be available for cargo purpose. And as we can see here, on the side pockets here, there are also some additional cords, space for cords, and space for washer fluid, and etc. And of course, like any modern BMW, the lift gate of this vehicle is also power operated, just like that. Hi. The vehicle, very comfortable seating position, soft touch leather all around. So this is the genuine animal leather interior that you're seeing here. We do have multi-function and multi-way seat adjustments. So that is very nice. The steering wheel is a nice thick feel to it. Has heated steering wheel, which the i3 does not have, and of course the adaptive cruise control and also the lane keep assist. So those are all very nice touches. Now taking a close look at the Idrive 8 or ID8 digital cockpit system, it comes standard with over-the-air updates, which is something that the earlier Idrive systems never came with. Now looking at what is in front of you, you have one single piece of curved glass with two independent display panels. There is the 12.3 inch on the left for instrument cluster and also the 14.9 on the right. The information on the display is controllable via gesture control, touchscreen, and also the iDrive controller dial. Looking at the range estimate or the guessometer on the instrument cluster, this is something that BMW had claimed that they've put a lot of effort into. A reason why it's called the guessometer by EV enthusiasts is because it is often not very reliable. However, by relying on crowdsourcing range data from all of its users and using time-sensitive information such as weather forecast and elevation changes, BMW claims to have the most accurate guessometer among all EV manufacturers. There are two drivetrain variants available in the i4. The regular i4 you're seeing in this video comes standard with rear-wheel drive, while the i4 M50 xDrive comes naturally with all-wheel drive. Now as for performance figures, the eDrive 40 version that you're seeing here can sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers in 5.7 seconds, while the more performance-oriented M50 can do that in a mere 3.9 seconds. The M50 can also tow up to 1,600 kilograms, which is more than enough for a light camper or some trailer. Now the M4 has an almost completely flat underbody. Again, that greatly aids to its drag coefficient of only 0.24. As for what is inside of that flat underbody, of course we're talking about the traction battery. Capacity-wise, it has a gross or total capacity of 83 kilowatt hours, while the usable or net capacity is 81 kilowatt hours. That 2 kilowatt hour is reserved as a buffer that is not accessible to the user. What that gets you is 475 kilometers of total range for the rear-wheel drive regular i4 version, or the 400 kilometers in range for the all-wheel drive M50 version. In terms of battery density, when you compare it to something like the BMW i3 120 amps version, the i4's battery is 40% more energy dense than that BMW i3. As for how much energy regen braking can recuperate, the M50 can recuperate at a maximum rate of 195 kilowatts, while the eDrive 40 version can recuperate at a maximum rate of 116 kilowatts. When it comes to cable charging, the i4, just like the i3, can level 2 charge at 7.4 kilowatts as a standard. However, that is upgradable to 11 kilowatts for its level 2 charging capability, while for DC fast charging or level 3 charging, it can do so at a peak rate of 200 kilowatts, and it can charge from 10 to 80% in only 45 minutes. As shown in the setting here, the i4 features an integrated heating and cooling system that takes into account various factors such as ambient temperature and mid-journey fast charging sessions to precondition the temperature of the battery pack, and it does so automatically by using high-efficiency heat pumps. As for its suspension components, the i4 has a McPherson strut front suspension as well as a multi-link with air suspension as standard on the rear. The M50 is also available with a upgraded sport adaptive damper. Looking at the front seats, the seating position is relatively low, and it is more akin to that of a sedan than the higher riding height of the i3. And looking at the rear, there is not much rear legroom, and there is also a substantial middle tunnel, which is an interesting design choice given the lack of a transmission tunnel in a pure EV. Luckily, there is a middle foldable ski opening as well as cup holders. Thank you for joining us on our very first look of the BMW i3. I cannot wait to get my hands on this very sporty beast for a test drive. According to the dealership's timeline, we'll have an opportunity to do just that come March of 2022. If there are any aspects of this vehicle you would like to know more about, feel free to leave a comment down below. We'll be sure to address it during our test drive. If you like our channel, please subscribe to it. That will help us immensely. This is Ready Steady Charge, and my name is John. Thank you for watching.